What's up guys, it's Mike Stein and welcome to yet another episode, and today we are going to be talking about the iPhone XS. We're going to be talking about the iPhone XS, one of the most interesting phones out right now and also one of the most expensive. So the iPhone XS is an incremental upgrade from the iPhone X, but it is also a really expensive phone, and that makes a lot of people flip, including me. Fun fact, I had sort of like an argument about this on Twitter with Marquez Brownlee. I tweeted at him and I said his iPhone XS review was great, but he just didn't emphasize on the fact that the iPhone XS and XS Max are just super overpriced smartphones for what they are. I wasn't coming at him or anything, but my point was, if you're going to be recommending a $1,000 phone to a lot of people, you should at least tell them that there are a ton of options out there. They can go for it. Like, it is just way too overpriced, and he should have said that in his review, but he just didn't. I feel like us reviewers are guilty of this at some point. I've also done this before. But sometimes we tend to sugarcoat our reviews just so we don't get blacklisted by these companies like Apple and Samsung, because sometimes you get like sponsorships and invites to events from these companies, so you don't really want to get blacklisted by these companies if you make a review saying that their product was like way too overpriced and no one should buy it. So yeah, we do this sometimes, but you still gotta remember the public and that they're going to be spending their hard-earned money on these phones, so the least you could do is at least say these phones are overpriced when they are. And so because of this, I'm going to show you the best alternatives to the iPhone XS and XS Max that you can go for instead of picking up a super expensive XS or XS Max. First is another phone from Apple, the iPhone XR. If you still want to stick to that ecosystem, but you don't want to spend $1,000, the iPhone XR is a great choice. It's also rocking that same 12 megapixel camera, the all-new iOS 12, and also the new A12 Bionic chip that's also in the iPhone XS and XS Max. The only drawback is in the display. It's an LCD liquid retina display, not nearly as good as the OLED on the other iPhones, which makes me kind of mad. This would have been the best iPhone of all time if only it had like an OLED screen. But Apple wants you to buy the more expensive XS Max, so now you know. But if you don't mind the drop in resolution, I think the XR is worth a shot. Next up, we're moving over to Android, and we have the Xiaomi Pocophone F1. This phone is by far one of the best budget phones you can buy right now. First off, it's a $300 phone, but you're getting 6GB of RAM, a massive 4000 mAh battery, a 1080p Full HD display, and it has a headphone jack, because why not? So it has a lot going for it, and all of that for under $500, which makes it like the perfect phone if you want high-end specs but you don't want to sell your kidney just yet. And next up is someone from Samsung, and it's kind of an old phone but still quite similar to its successor, and that is the Galaxy Note 8. You might wonder why I had to go back to this phone since the Note 9's out and you've also got the S9 and S9 Plus, but for me the Note 8 is more of a complete package, and it's much closer to the Note 9 since it also has the S Pen. And another reason is you can grab one now for less than $700 on Amazon, and let's not forget the Note 8 had the biggest, brightest, best looking screen on any phone from last year, and it's still a worthy competitor. So these are my top picks for the best alternatives to the iPhone XS. You really don't have to spend that much to get a decent phone right now, especially since Apple decided to overprice their smartphones. Really should save that money and go for something smaller. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you are new to this channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.